Welcome back to Full Beans, and on today's show we got Prema to Indy, Seinfeld's Indy debuted, and Full Beans takes over Long Beach.
All right, guys, race 3 of us wearing these Connor Daly shirts. As you can see, he's still not on the show. We're going to continue our efforts, keep going. Ozzy's miming over here, looking kind of weird.
I'm trying to be animated, you know?
Yeah, he's trying to talk with his hands more.
Yeah.
Anyways, Connor Daly, get on here so we can wash our shirts because they're not washed.
We are men of our word, and we are still wearing these shirts like David said.
So
that takes care of business. We can now move on to the topics of today's show. And today we'll start off with Prem to Indy, which I think is some huge news.
big news.
Good for IndyCar.
Big news.
Having a big team that's a international, known team around the world. And now stepping into the North America market to the IndyCar NTT. NTT IndyCar series, right?
I think it's important. I think it's another step in which we're trying to move Indy. Not that we're big movers and shakers, but we're trying.
We've been trying to push Indy over there to Europe, right?
Well,
yeah,
propel the
Now we're trying to
a more overlapping of the F1 and Indy.
Now we're pulling Prema. Good job over here. Going to start their...
So Andretti trying to push into F1.
And
then we got Prema coming into... Yeah. So we're trying to make these Venn diagrams overlap even more.
Yeah, exactly.
And so Prema being a big team in the world of Formula 1.
Developing drivers,
developing team. You know, they have the series in F1, F2. They're important teams there. Driver development. Drivers such as...
Big drivers.
Charles Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly, just to name a few. Frankie took my page off that I was referencing. Please go back. And currently, drivers that they have in Indy, Callum Ilott, Marcus Armstrong, and a fan favorite here, a Full Beans favorite here.
Let's go.
Another hype man. No, we're going to hype him up.
Yeah, we are.
Felix Rosenquist. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Anyways, that's our move of the week today.
It is.
Anyways,
so you'll see that often. So
we'll mention Felix a little later in the show here.
We will.
But as for Prema to Indy, they're gonna have 2 full-time cars next year, so it'll be interesting.
It will. I think it's a big thing for Indy. That IndyCar is getting noticed out, getting noticed out in the European world. They're looking, okay, this is a good series to step into. And I think it's only going to help IndyCar grow. Because if Prema gets in, Prema starts doing some moves. Their drivers starting to develop a lot faster. Maybe we get other developing teams that develop drivers start jumping into IndyCars, right? So
that kind of, we see that today. We saw that today from, what was his name? Theo.
Oh, Pourchaire.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Pardon our French.
Yeah.
Pardon our French.
Formula 2 champion.
Drove for Arrow McLaren.
Again, my name too. Okay.
Drove for Arrow McLaren today. First time ever in an IndyCar for his practice.
It was.
Very impressive drive for him.
It was.
F2 champion.
Yeah. F2 champion.
I believe.
Yeah.
If only we had someone to fact check.
It was a rocky start for him, not gonna lie. The qualifying wasn't the best from the team, but they got it together, and then he showed his stuff. He worked himself up the grid, and he ended up 11th, which is a lot to say when there's 26,
whatever it is,
drivers on the field.
The number changes and
yeah,
it was a good showing from him. I think again, like we were saying. Let's start, using each other's resources. Indy using F1 using Indy.
And just make everybody grow.
Yeah. So Prema. More Indy news. Jerry Seinfeld's face and Pop-Tart on a livery.
Damn.
Jerry Seinfeld was partnering with Ozzy's new favorite team, Chip Ganassi.
That is Chip Ganassi, dude. Chip
Ozzy fanboying a little this week over Chip Ganassi. They liked a story, I think.
Oh yeah, thank you, Chip Ganassi, on that post. You guys
shout out whoever's in charge of their media.
Let me give you a little.
Okay. You get a. Everyone gets a.
But yeah, thank you for liking our posts. We're getting noticed out there by one of the biggest. Well, I gotta say the biggest team right now in what's it called, IndyCar. Their driver Alex Palou, 2-time IndyCar world champion,
dominant champion,
dominant, the Verstappen of Indy. So
yeah, so Jerry Seinfeld
collabing
doing a little movie press,
promotion.
The car delivery. What do you think?
It was cool. It was interesting to see.
When we saw it on Friday, I did not realize that was what that promotion that was going on. I thought it was a tortilla.
Yeah, to me it looked like a piece of bread.
So it's supposed to look like a Pop-Tart. The movie's called Unfrosted. About the, I don't know, origin of Pop-Tart. Who cares? That's not what we're here to talk about. So then, yeah, it was just an interesting livery.
It was cool. It was cool.
Jerry Seinfeld, big car guy. So it's interesting. It's nice to see him, involved in the sport. And now we got John Bon Jovi involved.
We do.
We get Jerry Seinfeld involved. So I think the world of Indy keeps on growing, and we're here to try to ride that wave.
We are.
And push the wave, propel the wave of Indy.
In a different form, maybe not like Jerry Seinfeld is doing, but what's it called? We're doing that. So, okay.
To Jerry. Anyways, we were there, our home Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, we were there. Do you
want to talk about the race first, or our experience there at the Long Beach Grand Prix?
Let's be honest. Let's get the race out of the way, because it wasn't the most entertaining race to watch.
Wasn't the most.
Right?
Scott, where did Scott start?
Scott started. I think not too hot. He was
qualification fast 6.
He wasn't up the. I don't think he was even in the top 5. Was he?
No.
No.
Which is impressive. All right, let's see where go back to. I don't even know what group he's in. We're around 2.
A quick fact: my sister, she's barely getting into Indy, and the only really driver besides Pato Award, a lot of people know who Pato is, right? Was a Scott
Indy driver.
Indy driver, yeah. Driver. Is a Scott Dixon fan. So she noticed him, and then good to see like he won, and then also he's a part of the Chip Ganassi team, and this week they liked our story, so then.
Coincidence?
I think not. But so now we are as far as our my home, we are Scott Dixon and Chip Ganassi fans. So that. So what's it called? But he started 8th. No, that's what it shows right there.
Starting 8th.
Started 8th.
I mean, excellent drive from him.
Dude, so he was under. I don't know if he was under fuel.
How he was, whatever he was, he needed to save fuel.
He needed to save fuel, and it seemed like a dire issue. The whole race,
and like afterwards, I think they talked to his engineer, and he was like, we thought he was not going to finish the race. Like he was not going to have enough fuel to finish the race.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate when you're on that last bar of gas, and how the stress level must be that you need to get to a gas station. That anxiety. He had this whole race and still able to keep it together and make it towards the end, because he couldn't even use his push to pass because it would use too much fuel. Yeah. So he had a lot of excesses.
I think it's a street course. Street courses tend to not have too many overtaking opportunities, and not this one with a long straight.
It's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird. It should. To me, it seems like it should have more opportunity for passes, but
it doesn't.
There's not too much going on. No. Scott Dixon having an excellent race. Our man Felix Rosenquist, although he gets from us out here at Full Beans. Starts on pole, and again, more of what we've seen from him. If it's his car today, he was saying maybe he was complaining about the car a little bit, but again, starting from pole and finishing in,
I think he was like 8th or something like that.
finishing in
almost
nine.
Got it. Nine.
So yeah, it's a poor result for Felix. You know,
He
we
gets
feel
some
for
points.
the guy. We really want him to do well. We feel that there's a win coming soon.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. The race was kind of.
Colton Herta almost wins. He really challenged Scott at the end. What's it called?
Yeah, he did. After he Newgarden in the back, he rammed him. He rammed him real good. Not penalized, I guess, considered a racing incident.
Kind of weird.
But you know who also did a little was the show gotta go on was the
Okay, let's try that one. Let's try that one more time from Ricky, say something. Ricky.
Wrestling difficulties. The beans are absolutely losing their minds.
How stupid are we, bro? Jesus. Oh my God. Who thought of this dumb thing, bro? You know who you are, you little.
I don't know if I can finish this episode.
Overall, a very boring race, but it went pretty well. Even though there was a during the race, that was.
All right, let's go. I got.
No, there was
really
a
nice.
okay. There was a from the McLaren team from where Pato Rossi at the beginning of the race, they're destroying both their races. Pato has since come out and apologized, took blame.
Zach Brown was not happy. He was about to. He was not happy that he was there and these guys fucking each other. Okay, so
because you never want to your own teammate, you know. It's all that's the rule. The rule is avoid your teammate at all costs.
Yeah,
at all and any cost. Your teammate is the only one you don't want to.
Or your ass is gonna. You're gonna get the out of there. So.
Impressive drive from Rossi to come back from that to finish 10th.
That is true. Yeah.
Theo Pourchaire, I don't know. I tried.
Close.
Don't crucify me, please. Impressive drive, like we said earlier. Marcus Armstrong, you're going to be mentioned later in the show. Lundquist was the one with the Pop-Tart livery. And, I
think that was the most of it with the race.
Yeah, we had a couple rookies in there, which were interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't make that much of a big of a statement in there, but it was good to see them out there. But yeah, I guess besides that being the race, Full Beans took over Long Beach. We were there. We experienced the Grand Prix. We did, the 1,000 steps or more that you take.
Yeah, Frankie being his first experience at a racing event. Mm-hmm. How did it go, Frankie?
Oh, that was crazy. Like, I was beat halfway through, and at the end, I was dead.
Yeah,
just from the walking.
And this was day one.
Yeah, day one.
Frankie has yet to experience a full 3-day, 4-day weekend, and we were telling him this is a warm up for other events to come.
Because
for F1,
if you've been to a Grand Prix, every day you got to get there earlier.
Yeah.
Every day
Fridays get there earlier.
Friday's a little chill. Saturday, make sure you get there for qualifying. And then Saturday, that's the main day. There. Sunday, my bad. Sunday, so you got to get there the earliest you can because it's gonna get packed. You don't want to miss the driver parade and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so we were there. We were going around asking people questions. Learned a lot this weekend on what to ask because apparently we had come up with questions that were too hard.
Where we thought
they were easy, giving them options 50 true or false, which. Mm-hmm. 50-50, even on a guess, multiple choice.
It was not a good
learning experience for us. We got an excellent interview that will be coming to you shortly at some point in the future. Shout out to our man Paul.
Paul, great guy. We appreciate your time, Paul. That shit was good. Very
very grateful for the the information
opportunity right there.
Yeah, so we'll be putting that up sometime soon. It was a fun race.
Yeah, we were going to mention Rosenquist.
Yeah, Rosenquist. Last year,
exactly.
We were walking around and we see him out in the wild, not where the drivers are and stuff. And we recognize him. Ozzy has a weird. I mean, I recognize him here too, but Ozzy has a weird.
Eagle eyes.
Yeah, he's got an eagle eye specifically for
names
recognizing.
faces.
Yeah, and nothing else though. His eyes are crap for anything else.
There's a name and a face. I'll fucking that right there. Okay, I know who that is.
I think the height helps. Your height helps a little, where you can downwards. So you can be.
Because I know right away. A millisecond. I got you.
Anyways, so we see Rosenquist last year. We take a picture with him. We say, hey, let's make it a tradition. This year we saw him. We went in the paddock where they do the little signatures, the little autographs.
We got a signature. It's on right here. It's one of these. I think it's this one.
You can't really see it, but anyways, we got a signature. We got another picture with him. We had a cool interaction with him. He gave us the time of day, which is not. Yeah, we did a little joke with him, which is not. Not with everyone. Dude. We don't. Not everyone gives you the time of day.
No, he doesn't.
We got the time of day from Marcus Ericsson, Fittipaldi.
We did.
We got a Rosenquist. All these. We appreciate them. Just a little photo. A little time of their day means a lot for us.
Yeah.
And then
us is we're trying to grow, so any little 2 seconds, 10 seconds conversation with them, that means a lot to us. So like we said,
shout out to them. We appreciate them. Now who we don't appreciate.
Damn.
Are we gonna go there? Or are we gonna take the high road and not even
let's just let this one pass for now. But next time, if that happens again, you're right at them. Maybe I'll blur that out because I think that's not going to be good against YouTube.
We'll blur it out.
But what's it called? But yeah, it was a great experience. I think more Frankie. I mean, what
Frankie, let's hear. Frankie doesn't talk here, so let's get Frankie talking about what you thought. What you think about the cars? What did you think about the smells?
The track, the convention, all that. Go for it.
It was cool. It was great. It was an awesome experience. Obviously this being my first time at a race event, especially of this stature, it's awesome. Meeting all those all the drivers and just everyone there for that purpose of IndyCar. It was awesome. All the people that we interviewed, for our little video that we're gonna be posting up a little bit later, that was awesome. So thank you guys, everyone, for participating in our little thing that we were trying to do over there. And Paul, thank you very much. We really enjoyed it. You're awesome. You actually gave us a lot of time with that interview and just talking with us. It was really sweet. The smells of
a shout out to the Dutch friend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I do not remember your name.
Yeah.
But we didn't get really a chance to talk to him very much.
Yeah, but thank you also
for just hanging out with us for a bit too.
Next time we talk about Paul, we'll introduce who Paul is, what he does, his adventures. When that interview comes out. So, future to come to about Paul, and something that you mentioned, Frankie, is the statue of this race. This is a lot of people say this is the second biggest race besides the Indy 500, right? Yeah. They compare this one to the Monaco of Indy. Which is, pretty close compared to other ones. The crowd always shows up here.
One of the full bones. Just plugging other podcasts.
I know, right?
One of the full beans goals here is to, like Monaco, get a yacht and watch the race from the yacht.
Yeah,
one day.
From the
we'll get there. We'll see.
We'll get there.
Even if it has to be in a little inflatable boat, we'll do it.
Well, yeah, whatever it takes. But yeah, I think.
I think what you see here is very similar to an F1 event. I I think, like we're saying, there could be improvements on Indy. We have lots of ideas here to improve Indy. I guess quickly I'll mention something that we talked about with Paul was how can we get Indy to grow. And like I said, he was very knowledgeable. We spent way too much time with us, and like that we asked for. Like he was more than happy welcoming to the opportunity. Anyways. You know how like in F1 events, it's more than a spectacle. It's the race, it's the quali, it's the practice, and then there's your favorite band, 21 Pilots playing after.
Oh yeah.
There's Taylor Swift playing at places. Like they got a music. They got
David's favorite Bill Joel or
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. I'm sorry, he fangirled over there. But keep going.
But yeah, like it's you get way more than just the race, and I think IndyCar.
It's an experience, right?
They used to, and you know what? When they used to have like an artist at the end of the day. When I'd go as a kid, put up a little photo here.
Little David.
Of one of the younger versions of me. They used to have like music events afterwards and things like that. So I don't know why they got rid of that. I don't know what's going on with that.
The one thing I feel like IndyCar needs to improve, and this
Ozzy's will die on this hill, and I know where he's going.
Okay, well, hold up. But the one thing they need to improve, and I think this is an easy improvement, is the freaking podium, bro. Yeah, the podium at Long Beach is over a little freaking pond or something like that. But they need to give more spectacular podium for the drivers, so it can mean a lot more, So you're stepping up there.
When you're seeing them, the
the main event.
There's a bunch of people on the podium that are like so not weird. Important. Yeah. They do need to isolate. I think the podium, make it more of a spectacle, like we're saying.
Exactly.
There's some of these production things that you could be adding that doesn't do much for the racing itself. But it does stuff for the fans. It does stuff for,
I think it makes it more prestigious, so it makes the drivers want to get up there. I mean, you as a kid, you see the drivers up there, and the podium, obviously, the number one is the highest one up there because you're at the top of the mountain. You look at that as a kid, and you're like, I want to be there. Now, if you're looking at something like this, what the heck is this, So
yeah,
I feel like that's one thing for sure they need to improve. IndyCar is the podiums because the podiums, I feel like they're lacking.
Yeah, yeah, there's a couple things that it can improve. It was a good weekend. Mm-hmm. We had fun.
Yeah, fun. What's it called? That's it from my end.
I don't have too much else. Frankie, you got anything else to add?
No, it was just a really great event, and I enjoyed being there. And we'll definitely be going to more as a full Beans crew.
Yeah, we like we said, we're learning a lot. We were messing with our mics. We were doing all the stuff that we hadn't done yet. So. Hopefully, we're getting better at this content thing.
Yeah, because it is a lot harder than I thought. So.
Yeah, it's harder than you thought. Harder than you thought.
Yeah, but I guess on that bombshell, we'll out of here. Full Beans signing out.
See ya.